Welcome back, awesome kindergartners. It's Miss Johnson here. We are in Domain 3, Lesson 2, all about stories, and today's story is The Three Little Pigs. I can't wait to share this story with you. The title of today's story is The Three Little Pigs. In this story, the three little pigs are going to live on their own and to build their own houses. I want you to listen carefully to the plot and find out what happens when the big bad wolf comes. Here are some vocabulary words that you're going to hear in today's story. Blazing. Blazing means hot and shining brightly. Chimney. A chimney is a hollow passage through which smoke escapes from a building. Huff. To blow air or breathe in and out heavily. The plot. The plot is the events of a story. And puff. To make a sudden gust of smoke, air, breathe, or wind. Once upon a time, there were three little pigs who lived with their mother. One day, the mother pig said to the three pigs, "You're all grown up now. It's time for you to go out into the world and live on your own." So the three little pigs gave their mom a big hug and a kiss, and they set out to find their own places to live. They walked down the road, and soon they saw a man with a wagon full of straw. This is straw, boys and girls. "Why, I can build a house of straw in no time," thought the first little pig. So the first little pig said to the man, "Please, sir, may I have some straw so I can build a house?" The kind man gave him the straw, and the first little pig quickly built his house. He finished so quickly that he decided to lay down in the shade to take a nap for the rest of the day. The other two pigs continued on their way. It wasn't long before they passed a man that had a cart full of sticks. These are sticks. "I could build my house of sticks," thought the second little pig. "It will take a little bit more time than my brother's house of straw, but it will be a fine house." So the second little pig said to the man, "Please, sir, may I have some sticks so I can build a house?" The kind man gave him the sticks, and the second little pig set to build his house. He finished the house in a little while, and then he too lay down in the shade to take a nap. Now the third pig continued on his way. In a little while, he passed a man with a wheelbarrow full of bricks. These are bricks. I could build a house of bricks," thought the third little pig. "It's true that it will take more work than the houses that my brothers built, but it will be well worth it." When something is well worth it, boys and girls, that means it may not be easy to get or make, but it is important and useful. So he said to the man, "Please, sir, may I have some bricks so I can build a house?" The kind man gave him the bricks, and the third little pig set to build his own house. He worked and he worked in the hot afternoon sun, taking care to lay each brick just so. Now about this time, a big, bad wolf came trotting down the lane. He saw the first little pig napping in the shade of his straw house. Yum, yum. That pig would make a tasty bite to eat, thought the big bad wolf. But the little pig saw him coming, and he ran inside of his house of straw, slamming the door behind him. The little pig breathed a sigh of relief because he remembered that his mom had always said that wolves are not to be trusted. Now the big bad wolf knocked at the door and said, Little pig, let me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, answered the first little pig. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down, said the wolf. He huffed, he puffed, and he blew the house down. As the straw blew everywhere, the first little pig ran away. Rubbing his stomach and now feeling even hungrier, the big bad wolf strolled further down the lane and soon came upon the second little pig, which was napping in the shade of his stick house. The little pig saw him coming, so he ran into his house of sticks. The big bad wolf knocked on the door and he said, little pig, let me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, answered the second little pig. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down, said the big bad wolf. And he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew down the house of sticks. The little pig ran away just in the nick of time. Now the wolf's stomach growled loudly. He was feeling so hungry. Soon the wolf came upon the third little pig, who had just finished building his house of bricks. The little pig looked up. There were his two brothers running towards him, and right behind them was the big bad wolf. All three pigs hurried into the house of bricks, and they locked the door behind them. The big bad wolf knocked on the door, and he said, little pig, let me in. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, answered the third little pig. Then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down, said the big bad wolf. Well, the wolf huffed, and he puffed. He huffed, and he puffed. Then he puffed, and he huffed, and he puffed some more, but he could not blow down the house of bricks. You can't get me, my house is too strong, shouted the third little pig from inside the house. Ha, said the wolf, I'm stronger and smarter than you. I'm on my way up to the roof, and I'm gonna come down the chimney to get you. Now the third little pig was no fool. He had already guessed that the wolf might try to come down his chimney. So he already had a blazing fire in the fireplace and a big kettle of boiling water heating over the fire. When something is blazing, boys and girls, it is hot and bright. So the fire was hot and bright. Thinking that he was as clever as can be, the wolf jumped down the chimney. Splash! Ouch! The big bad wolf jumped right out of that hot boiling water and he ran away, never to be seen again. And the three little pigs lived happily ever after. Let's go into some questions. What was the title of today's story? You got it, The Three Little Pigs. What material did each pig use to build his home? The first pig used what? You got it, the first pig used straw. What about the second pig? You got it, the second pig used sticks to build his house. And the last pig? That's right, the last pig used bricks to build his house. Which house could the wolf not blow down? Was it the straw house? No. How about the house of sticks? No, he was able to blow that one down. How about the house of bricks? You got it, he could not blow down the house of bricks. Do you remember in the story that I used the word blazing? Well, in the read aloud, the third little pig had already guessed that the wolf might try to come down the chimney, so he had a blazing fire in the fireplace and a big kettle of boiling water heating over the fire. Can you say the word blazing with me 3 times? Here we go. Blazing, blazing, blazing. When something is blazing, it means it is hot and shining brightly. The blazing fire was very, very hot. We're going to play a little game, and I'm going to name some items. If it is blazing, remember that means shining brightly or hot. I want you to say, "That's blazing, Miss Johnson." If it's not blazing, I want you to say, "That's not blazing, Miss Johnson." Here we go. The sun. Do you think the sun is blazing? You got it. The sun is blazing. How about an ocean? No, an ocean is not blazing. How about a fire? Yes, a fire would be blazing. And how about ice from your freezer? Ice is not blazing. I had so much fun reading The Three Little Pigs with you today, boys and girls. You were such great listeners. Until the next time we meet, see you real soon. Bye.